everyone, welcome to Provocative Biofield. This is Sagarika Babu. My last video is about cells. As I said before, this video is going to be tissues, human tissues. I assure you, this video is going to be very interesting and at the same time, it has a very important point that you need to know in tissues. Okay? I have written here, human tissue is cement. Is it same? Human tissue is cement? Obviously it is not, but the human tissues are related to the word cement. I'll tell you why, but before that, please subscribe to my channel and share my videos and please answer the questions in the comment box. Okay? It's not for me, it's for you to evaluate yourself. Okay? Come on, let's start. So, he is a person whose name is Xavier Becher. Okay? Why he is here? Because he termed tissues. Okay? The term tissue was given by Xavier Becher in the year 1771 to 1802. Fine. So, he is a person who termed tissues. Okay. What is a tissue? It is nothing but a group of cells. Okay. In my last video, I was talking about cells. So, if you have not seen that video, please see that video first before seeing this so that you will understand better. Fine. So, tissue means group of cells. Okay. Study of cell is cytology. Okay, I have mentioned this in my last video. Study of cells is cytology. What is study of tissue? That is histology. Okay, so study of normal healthy tissue is histology. Study of diseased tissue is pathology. Study of diseased condition of a tissue is pathology. The term tissue was given by Becher. Likewise, the term histology was given by Mayer. Fine. There are so many scientist names are there in the field of biology. How can we remember that? No other go. We need to remember that. So let's follow some mnemonics. Okay. Tissue. Tissue belongs to histology. Okay. Tissue. Obviously tissue belongs to histology. B. Becher. Tissue belongs to histology. B for Becher. Next. Histology. Mayer. His birthday comes in May. His birthday comes in May. So, histology, the term given by Mayer. Tissue, the term given by Becher. Okay. So, likewise, you need to follow some mnemonics to remember all the scientist names. Fine. So, in the beginning, I told you that tissue is related to the word cement, right? But actually, it's nothing but a mnemonic to remember the types of tissues. Okay? There are totally 4 types of tissues are there. There are totally 4 types of tissues. Number 1, connective tissue. Okay? Connective tissue. Connective tissue. Number 2, muscle tissue. Number 3, epithelial tissue. Number 4, nervous tissue. Okay, it's nothing but a mnemonic to remember the 4 types of tissues. Okay, C for connective tissue, M for muscle tissue, E for epithelial tissue, N for nervous tissue. Fine. Here I placed the C at the front. Why? Because connective tissue is the most abundant and widely distributed in your body. Okay. Connective tissue is most abundant and widely distributed in your body. That is why it is more important. So I placed C in the first. Fine. So these are the 4 types of tissues. Okay. This is a connective tissue. This is a diagram of a connective tissue. Epithelial tissue, muscle tissue, nervous tissue. Okay. Can you see the nerves here? Nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is present in brain, spinal cord and nerves. Muscle tissue is present in your heart and skeletal muscles and smooth muscles. Epithelial tissue is present in your skin surfaces and also in your internal organs. Connective tissue is nothing but your blood, lymph and cartilage, bone, etc. Okay. Now let's see about epithelial tissue. Okay. tissue, it either faces your body fluids or outside environment. Okay, it provides a covering or a lining of some parts of the body. Can you see here? This is your epithelial tissue. It is present in your skin surfaces and in the halo organs, in your GIT organs. Fine. So this is the epithelial tissue. It acts as a covering or lining of some parts of the body. Now, this epithelial tissue is divided into simple epithelial tissue and compound epithelial tissue. Simple epithelium means only one layer of cells is present. Compound epithelium means multi-layered cells are present. Okay, single layer of cells, multi-layer of cells. This simple epithelium is further divided into 4 types. Simple squamous epithelium, simple cuboidal epithelium, simple columnar epithelium, pseudostratified columnar epithelium, which is ciliated. That is, cilia is present. Okay. First, let's see about simple squamous epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium is otherwise called pavement epithelium. Okay, pavement epithelium. Why? Because it resembles tiles in a floor. Okay, this is your squamous epithelium. Can you see here? It resembles tiles in a floor. Okay, that is why it is also known as pavement epithelium, and this pavement epithelium is present in your walls of blood vessels and alveoli. Okay, alveoli, which is present in your lungs. In that alveoli and also in the walls of blood vessels, you have simple squamous epithelium, that is pavement epithelium, and simple cuboidal epithelium. This simple cuboidal epithelium is present in your ducts of glands and also in your PCT. What is PCT? Proximal convoluted tubule. It is present in the nephron. Nephron is the functional unit of kidney. Okay, in your body, functional unit of living organism is cells, right? Nephron is the functional unit of kidney, and in that nephron, the part of one is PCT, proximal convoluted tubule. That PCT is lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. That is why the simple cuboidal epithelium is also known as brush bordered cuboidal epithelium. Okay, brush bordered. Pavement epithelium is squamous. Brush bordered cuboidal epithelium is this. Simple cuboidal epithelium is otherwise known as brush bordered cuboidal epithelium. It belongs to PCT, which is in nephron. Next, simple columnar epithelium. There is nothing difference. Squamous means pavement epithelium like tiles in floor. Cuboidal means the cells are in cuboid in shape. Columnar means the cells may be such large cells and they may be slender. Okay, large and slender cells are seen. That is your simple columnar epithelium. It is present in your lining of stomach and intestine. Simple columnar epithelium is present in your lining of stomach and intestine. Next, pseudostratified columnar epithelium. It is ciliated. That is, cilia is present. It is present in the trachea and bronchioles. Mainly trachea. Okay, your trachea and bronchioles have this pseudostratified columnar epithelium. They are ciliated, that is, the cilia is present. What happens means the cilia will move the air particles in a specific direction. Okay, they move the particles in a specific direction. This is the function of the cilia. So this is ciliated pseudostratified columnar epithelium, which is present in your trachea or bronchioles. Fine. Next, compound epithelium, that is multi-layered cells are present. It is of 2 types: stratified compound epithelium, transitional epithelium. Stratified is then further divided into squamous, cuboidal and columnar. Your stratified squamous is present in your mouth and esophagus. Your mouth and esophagus is lined by stratified squamous compound epithelium. Fine. Next, stratified cuboidal, mouth and esophagus. Stratified squamous is mouth and esophagus. Stratified cuboidal is present in your sweat glands and salivary glands. Your sweat and salivary glands are lined by stratified cuboidal compound epithelium. Next, stratified columnar epithelium. It is present in the male urethra and also in your some ducts of glands. Okay, your male urethra and some ducts of glands will lined by stratified columnar compound epithelium. Next, transitional epithelium. Transitional epithelium is present in your urinary bladder, urethra and urinary tract. Okay, so that is why this transitional epithelium is also called as uroepithelium. Your transitional epithelium is also called as uroepithelium because it lines the urinary bladder, ureter. Fine. Next is your connective tissue. Okay, as I said before, it is the most abundant and widely distributed in your body. Okay, as the name indicates, it helps in supporting and linking the other tissues and organs in your body. Okay, it is the primary function for the connective tissue. It helps in supporting and linking the other tissues and organs. There are three types of connective tissue. One is loose connective tissue, dense connective tissue and specialized connective tissue. Okay, under loose connective tissue you have two types, areolar connective tissue and adipose tissue. Areolar connective tissue is present beneath the skin. Okay, it helps to provide a framework for your epithelium. Okay, it provides a framework for your epithelium, areolar tissue. Adipose tissue, it stores fat. Dense connective tissue, there are two types, dense regular connective tissue, dense irregular connective tissue. Dense regular connective tissue is present in tendons. What is a tendon? It is a tissue that connects your muscle to bone. Tendon is a tissue that connects your muscle to bone. Fine. So in tendon it is lined by what? Dense regular connective tissue. Next, irregular. Dense irregular connective tissue is present in the skin. Okay, in your skin there is a presence of dense irregular connective tissue. Next, specialized connective tissue. There are four types. Number one is your bone. Number two, cartilage. Cartilage means it is nothing but it is present at the end of your long bones and nerves. Okay, at the end of your long bones and nerves. Cartilage. Third one is blood. Blood is the fluid connective tissue. Fourth one is lymph. Lymph is nothing but a white fluid that present in your lymphatic system. So these are the four connective tissue which comes under your specialized connective tissue. Fine. Bone, cartilage, blood, lymph. Next is your muscle tissue. There are three types of muscle tissues. Cardiac muscle, smooth muscle, skeletal muscle. Okay. Your cardiac muscle is present in your heart. Smooth muscle is present in your internal organs like blood vessels, stomach, intestine. Skeletal muscle is present in your bones. Okay? Yeah. Your smooth muscle is involuntary control. That is, you cannot control by yourself. Cardiac muscle is also involuntary control. Skeletal muscle alone, it is your voluntary control. You can voluntarily control that. Okay? So among the three, skeletal muscle is your voluntary muscle. Other two are involuntary muscle. Fine? Next, nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is present in brain, spinal cord and nerves. Okay? So this is your connective tissue. It is present in fat, that is adipose tissue, bone and tendons. This is your muscle tissue. Cardiac muscle, smooth muscle, skeletal muscle. Nervous tissue which is present in your brain, spinal cord and nerves. Okay? Muscle tissue, cardiac muscle, smooth muscle and skeletal muscle. Nerves, brain, spinal cord and nerves. Nervous tissue. Fine? Now, evaluate yourself by answering these questions in the comment box. Fine? Your first question is, dash is also called pavement epithelium. Dash is also called pavement epithelium. Second question, brush bordered epithelium is found in. Brush bordered epithelium is found in. Number 3, dash is a fluid connective tissue. Dash is a fluid connective tissue. Number 4, which muscle tissue is in voluntary control? Which muscle tissue is in voluntary control? Okay, voluntary control. Dense irregular connective tissue is present in dash. Dense irregular connective tissue is present in dash. Please answer the questions in the comment box and subscribe to my channel and share my videos. And my next video is going to be very interesting because it is about organ system. Okay, so thank you so much. Best of luck and see you soon.